In this video, we will see how to use glare effect. So first of all, we will organize the little things here. So we have here the background that we can put into a frame. So I will add just a frame over there. Okay, so it will be again a layout. You know a little the system. It's exactly the same like all the node setups. You just click and drag into the frame here. You rename the frame. Here it will be background. Okay, good. So we have the background. We will use the color. It might be a blue background like this. Okay. And then after here, we have the mist and ambient occlusion over there. Okay. So just like this. I think there is a shortcut to frame something with the, maybe here. Yeah, you just have to go there, I think. Into nodes and search here for join in a new frame. So Shift P. Shift P. Let's go, and we have a new frame. So this frame now we can just rename AO and mist. Good. This one might be the color you want, maybe something like that. And we continue for that. Good. So here after the alpha over, what we would like to put here, it's some glare. So a glare is an effect. It's a filter here that you can find here. As you can see, you have the glare effect. So what it will do basically, it will take the lighter, the places that are the lightest here. Okay, so for example here, the one that have some lights into it directly, like this, and here for example. Okay, and it will take this and add this kind of nice kind of streaks effect like this. Okay, so works well for what we need. Just by default it works well. What I like to use actually, it's add several glares. So what I do in that case, I just go into the here, so the highlights for the threshold here, for example. If you decrease the threshold, more colors will be taken. So okay, if I put 1, it's only the colors that will be above 1 that will be taken into in consideration for this one. So here, for example, the sky and everything will not work because there is no real light in there. So it will not go above 1, okay? So in that case, it will be only what has some emission into it. So here we have basically this effect, but you can play with the settings to play with the effects. So what we will do, we will just go into the output of this, and you can see that you can have only the glare, for example, here. Okay, here it's only the glare, so you can see the result basically. You can add and see the highlights, for example, so the places that are highlighted, and like this you can see with the threshold what you take in consideration or not. Okay, so for example, if I decrease the threshold or increase the threshold, I will have different effects. So let's keep it at 1. By default it works well. And let's take the glare here, and what I will do, I will just add the glare into the image with a mix. Okay, so I will just, like this, I can manage more what I want. So I will add a mix color here. Okay, and this mix color, I will take the add value here. So this is the image here, comes from here, the basic image that comes from here, and I will mix it with that one, so the glare, and we will have this with the add, and now I can decrease or increase what I want here. So what I like to do with this glare is not have only one, but 2 or 3 glares. So the first one might be a little with less fade. Okay, Like this, I will have less big amount of, let's say 0.2 maybe. Yeah, something like that. Just a little streak like this. And I will add another one, exactly the same. Okay, we will continue that. Exactly the same with an add like this. So I will just duplicate that. Okay, use the basic image as a reference like this, it doesn't go too high. And here I mix this image with this image. So now we have two glares basically, this one and that one. So in that one I want only, and I will show only the glare here, I would like only two streaks to have this kind of effect like this. Okay, and with a big fade like maybe almost one, no, one is far too much, maybe 0.9 might be good for this. Yeah, something big like this. Okay, with a strong, yeah, with a strong setup. So like this, what we have in the end of the first, it's this. In the end of the second, we have this more only into this side over there, okay? So you will have this kind of nice effect. What I like to do is added some glow as well. So I will use same the glare again, mix that one to that one and add another over here, okay? And now I will not use the same settings here, so let's go there. And you can see by default it's streaks, but I can use bloom, for example, and we will have this nice bloomy effect over there. As you can see, it works pretty well. So sometimes you can we increase the strength at 2? Yeah, we can. So look, we can have a nice glare, a nice bloom just like this. Okay, maybe even 5 might look better. Let's see a little how does it look. Okay, so in the beginning we had this, okay, after we have that, and after finally we have this, okay, to have a nice bloom over it. And we can even play with more settings, like for example the glare can add some. Here I continue there, so again I mix it with this one and takes the original one here. Okay, and you can play with other options here, like for example you can take ghosts and it can create some aberrations, some photographic aberrations that you can find in real photos. Okay, so you can play with the threshold and everything to have more and or less, or depending what you want. Okay, so don't hesitate to play with that as well. It can add a little more definition and more realism to your setup, just like that. So let's see if the color mix here, yeah, it's a little too much, maybe just this looks good. Play a little with the iteration to see how it looks. Okay, I like honestly the 4 or the 3. Okay, maybe the 3 is enough, just like this, and I will just see the result over there. Okay, we have this nice effect over here. Looks good. Now what we would like is to add a last option. Okay, it will not be a glare, but it will be something, it's a kind of aberration. Okay, so for this we will go into here the distort. Do we have some transform here? The lens distortion here. Okay, so we have the distortion that will create a kind of yeah, let's say ball, reflecting ball effect, just like this, but it's not what we want. We want to play with the dispersion. Okay, so the dispersion will create a kind of effect like this into the border of the image. So we don't want too much, because here it's a little too strong, but it can happen in real photography that you have this kind of chromatic aberration into the border of the image. So it reminds the real photos, and it's good to add a little, like 0.01 might be enough, you see, or 0.02 maybe. If you want to increase a little, you will have this kind of blurry alteration there. And yeah, it adds some depth into the image and create this nice effect over there. Not too much, just a little might be enough. Yeah, you can see here on the stars, it creates nice stuff. So yeah, let's keep it like that. Okay, good. We keep the lens distortion like this. And that's it for adding some glare into this image, okay? Into the next video, we will see how to create some vignetting to finish our image, and it will be the end of this. And we will make some basic final color management for finish this image. So let's go for it into the next video.